Today's story we're talking about is November. Welcome to November. Did it just get darker outside? There's a reason for that. It's November. For the past several years, daylight savings time has ended each year in November. Nights are longer and days are shorter, but the beginning of November also means that Thanksgiving is nearly here. That's great news for everyone, except turkeys. Why daylight savings? We moved the clocks back 1 hour in the fall and 1 hour ahead in the spring. This creates longer summer evenings, but makes winter nights short. In most places, that works fine since it's too cold to be out at night in winter. Daylight savings time has been official in the United States since 1966. How did November get its name? In the original Roman calendar, the ninth month took its name from the Latin for the number 9, Novem. Even after the calendar changed for 12 months, November kept its original name. Birthstone. Each month has a stone linked to it. People who have birthdays in that month call it their birthstones. November has 2 birthstones, topaz and citrine. Time to vote. Most places in the United States hold Election Day on the second Tuesday in November. Every 4 years, Election Day includes voting for president. Big November holidays. Thanksgiving, final Thursday. On the final Thursday of November, Americans stop to give thanks. This holiday is based on an early pilgrim celebration. Giving thanks for a good harvest is an even older tradition. America's Thanksgiving became official in 1863. President Abraham Lincoln made it a national holiday during the Civil War. Today, Thanksgiving Day is celebrated with big family dinners, football games, and church services. Veterans Day, November 11th. A veteran is a person who has served in a nation's military forces. November 11th has been celebrated in honor of America's veterans since 1919. Why November 11th? On that date in 1918, World War I came to an end. The holiday was called Armistice Day at first. An armistice means an agreement to end the war. In 1954, the holiday became Veterans Day to include vets from all of America's wars. Giving back to many communities have events to help the less fortunate on Thanksgiving. School and church groups serve free Thanksgiving dinners. People can get free clothing at other places. In Santa Barbara, California, each year, an international medical charity welcomes hundreds of volunteers. They make care packages for victims of disasters. Then the volunteers head home for turkey. Fun November days. November has more ways to celebrate than just eating turkey. Here are some of the unusual holidays you can enjoy in November. National Sandwich Day, Saxophone Day, World Kindness Day, America Recycles Day, National Take a Hike Day, World Hello Day, National Cashew Day, and Square Dance Day. November weeks and months. Holidays don't just mean days. You can celebrate for a week too. You can also have fun all month long. Find out more about these ways to enjoy November. Let's head in for November weeks. Geography Awareness Week. Geography is the study of our world and the places on it. Ask your teachers to show you a few things about geography. Can you find your state on a map? What about your city? National Young Readers Week. Make sure and read this book again the second week in November. You'll join millions of kids celebrating the fun and surprise of reading. National Game and Puzzle Week. This week is about puzzles, brain teasers, puzzle games, and more. Turn off the screens and grab your dice and play. November months. Native American Heritage Month. The first people to live in North America had a rich history and culture. They still do. Events in this month celebrate Native Americans. Listen to music, check out art, and hear the stories of these diverse groups. National Novel Writing Month. Every year, more than 100,000 people sign up to write a novel in a month. It's called NaNoWriMo for short. Writers add their daily total of words and try to reach 50,000 in 30 days. Why don't you give it a try? National Model Railroad Month. Do you like model trains? This is a month to celebrate them. Fans of model railroads get really into their hobbies. Find a model railroad club in your area in this month. Ask if you can come and see their trains in action. All aboard! November around the world. Countries around the world celebrate in November. Find these countries on a map, then read about how people they have fun in November. Day of the Dead. People in Mexico and many Latin America countries call November 1st to 2nd as Dia de los Muertos or the Day of the Dead. They wear colorful costumes and make shrines with their relatives. Skull candles are led to Parade of Common. Discovery Day, Puerto Rico. On this day in 1493, Christopher Columbus arrived in Puerto Rico. Its citizens remember the day each year with parties and parades. St. Andrew's Day, Scotland. This is a big holiday in Scotland. Andrew is a patron saint of this part of the United Kingdom. King's birthday, Bhutan. Jagger Chuck was king of the tiny Asian country from 1972 to 2008. World Kindness Day. Since 1997, many countries have used their day to help people understand the importance of kindness to each other. November in history. 12 countries created the European Union. They worked together unifying Europe. Today, there are 28 members of the EU. Howard Carter discovered King Tut's tomb in Egypt. Gettysburg Address. On November 19, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln gave one of the most famous speeches ever. He was at Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, to delegate the cemetery. His talk is only 2 months long, but his words echo today. 47 years ago, look it up and read it together. November 6, 1429, Henry VI became King of England. He was only 8 years old. The Russian Revolution created what became the Communist Soviet Union. Berlin Wall came down. The wall had divided Berlin, Germany, for nearly 30 years into east and west parts. The U.S. Congress met in Washington, D.C. for the first time. Earlier U.S. capitals had been Philadelphia and New York City. South Africa approved a new constitution. For the first time in more than 300 years, black and white people were equal in that country. 2 men in France became the first people to ride in a hot air balloon. President J.F. Kennedy was shot and killed in Dallas, Texas. New states are coming! New states are coming! 6 states first joined the United States in November. Do you live in these? If you do, then make sure you say happy birthday to your state. Like Washington, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Oklahoma, and North Carolina. November 7th, Madame Marie Curie, a famous scientist. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. November 14th, Prince Charles, the son of England's Queen Elizabeth II, is first in line to take over a job someday. November 14th, again, Condoleezza Rice. She was the Secretary of State for 2005-2009 and now helps run Stanford University. November 18th, David Ortiz, the slugger they call Big Papi, has helped the Boston Red Sox win 3 World Series. November 26th, Charles Schulz, the famous cartoonist, created their comic strip Peanuts. November 27th, Bill Nye. Known as the Science Guy, he appears on TV teaching science to kids. November 30th, Sir Winston Churchill, a longtime leader in Great Britain. He was Prime Minister during World War II. Now that's it. Tune in for the last month of December. Bye!